welcome students, families, friends, and our community to the Class of 2020 graduation. I'm Logan Brown, the Senior Class President, and we'll start with our national anthem sung by Senior Ethan Cameron.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Ethan. And now we will hear from our three student speakers, Jessica Arnold, Allison Locke, and Alex Herzog.
Whether by initial or conscientious choice, we have been deemed the Class of 2020, often referred to as the Class of Vision. This little quip comes from a term optometrists use to express normal visual acuity, measured at a distance of 20 feet. Reflecting on this, I remember two important lessons that I have learned. When I took driver's ed, I remember our instructor assigning us the topic of looking where you are going, and challenging us to convince him that our specific step for driving was the most important. My partner and I decided to do a visual demonstration, requesting the assistance of the teacher in our little experiment. The teacher stood in front of the class as I gave him instructions. His objective was to relate to the class the sequence of numbers I signed with my hands. Once he was ready, my partner took her folder and put it in front of his eyes, blocking his view of the numerals I presented. With his vision obstructed, he pushed the folder to the side and moved his head so he could see the numerals. Only when he changed his focus from the test to the objective did he see what was needed. His reaction proved the essential character of vision. I recently heard a story about a couple dating in college. The young man, Robert, had a few days off from his college at Provo, Utah, and decided to visit his future wife, Lynette, who studied in college at Rexburg, Idaho. As they set out to go on the date, Lynette asked Robert if she could drive his car. Robert tells it this way. She did not have a car, and it had been a while since she had been able to drive. Sure, he said. About halfway down a hill, close to her apartment, Lynette asked Robert if there was a stop sign at the end of the street. There was in fact a stop sign. Why can't you see it? He asked. Lynette responded, because I don't have my glasses on, and I can't see much without my glasses. Immediately after this revelation, they pulled aside and switched drivers. What is vision without sincere intent? It is a folder in front of your face. It is acting in ignorance. As put in the words of Hartman Rector Jr., Emeritus Leader of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, ignorance is expensive. In fact, it is the most expensive commodity we know anything about. My driver's ed teacher intended to be a good driver. Whether on the road or in the classroom, he lived by the standard of good driving, and we learned from his diligent example. Because of his intent, he made it so he could see. Not only did he prove the point that vision is necessary for driving, but he demonstrated that if something obscures our vision while driving, it is our duty to find a way to be unblinded. What is intent without clear vision? It is dangerous. Although the woman from the story wanted to drive, She was blind without her glasses. She wanted to go where they needed to be, and so, because she was not able to see, she relinquished the driver's seat to her date. I would not want to imagine the consequences that would have followed if they had not promptly switched seats. Sometimes we can be in the driver's seat, but other times we may not be prepared, able, or willing to drive. At those times, we trust someone else to drive, and we do our part with the vision we do have to get us to our destination safely. Everyone's tested. Some have 20/20 vision in the arts, others in science, and various other fields. Each of us holds a role in our community. Sometimes all we can do is make a mask. Sometimes all we can do is stand 6 feet apart and wear precautionary gear. Sometimes all we can do is fast and pray, check on a neighbor, and do our homework. Sometimes all we can do is hope. Those are great things to do. And as we serve in our various capacities, our vision somehow improves. We're given a new prescription for our glasses and see clearer than before. Our ability to do great things grows. By putting forth effort, great things come to pass. So let's celebrate our graduation, recognizing the years of little daily effort that led to our lifelong accomplishments. And let us look forward with intentional vision to see the details of the future. And when we are faced with the tests of life and given the choice of good or bad, let us choose good. When it is good or better, let us choose the better. And when it is better or best, let us always choose the best. We are the future and we are the present of the world. And as we go forth, choosing the best things, let us do it together. There's an African proverb that goes something like this: if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. I hope that even if our paths cross but little from this point forward, that we will walk together so we can go far and grow in knowledge and happiness. Our next senior class speaker is Allison Locke.
We are in the class of 2020. We have been through a lot, and people always said we would be special. Now, we are about to embark on our new adventure. We're going into the workforce, college, trade school, study abroad, or taking a gap year. We are all following our dreams and aspirations. A quote from P.T. Barnum says, "No one ever made a difference by being like everyone else." So now it's our turn to go out and change the world, even in just a small way, because even the smallest act could make a big difference in the life of someone else. So go out there, be yourself, and think outside the box. And never forget to have fun, because life's too short to not stop and smell the roses. Till next time, Rough Riders, have a safe summer and an amazing year next year. And now for our final senior class speaker, please welcome ASB President Alex Herzog.
Ladies and gentlemen, staff and students, I would like to thank you all for attending this once-in-a-lifetime Port Angeles High School graduation. Having begun our educational journey over a decade ago, no one had ever thought it would end like this. As we can now clearly see, the world presents a plethora of dangers: global warming, ISIS, plagues, famine, viruses, and even facial acne. Yet somehow, nearly 250 graduates beat the odds and made it to this point. And while we may not be walking across the stage or shaking each other's hands, there is still so much to celebrate on this special day. Graduating from the high school marks the end of a chapter in the chronicles of life. The past 4 years of our education have no doubt included some of the most painful, thrilling, and life-changing experiences that we've endured in our lives. Hours spent writing essays, solving math problems, and for some, procrastinating instead of doing homework have all led to this moment. Memories and bonds made with friends and especially teachers will be cherished and remembered for our lifetimes. 4 years ago, our class entered the labyrinth known as Port Angeles High School. In the brisk fall of 2016, a new wild freshman class, known as the class of 2020, found themselves in unfamiliar territory. Our class's drive was truly unveiled when we had placed second overall in our first homecoming. We quickly learned that middle school is a mere tutorial on how one should act in high school. Fast forward a year later, and we had done the unbelievable. We had placed first overall in homecoming. Joy overwhelmed us at the time as we put an end to the myth: homecoming is rigged for the seniors to win. Not only this, but for the first time in roughly 20 years, paper towel dispensers were reinstalled in the boys' bathrooms at the high school. By junior year, we were getting a hang of things. As upperclassmen, we walked the halls of Port Angeles High School confidently. Then, just as the year had started, it was over in a heartbeat. Fast forward to senior year, what had seemed like a long journey just 3 years ago had passed the blink of an eye. For the first time in Port Angeles High School history, a new, very much needed 21st century water ball and fueling station was reinstalled in the 400 hall. Relief not only washed over the senior class, but the staff and entire student body as well. Then eventually came the date, March, Friday the 13th, 2020. Without knowing it, the senior class had just entered their last in-person day of high school due to the arrival of the COVID-19 pandemic. The following weeks and months brought tears and sadness, but still life went on. Education continued as virtual Zoom and Google meetings brought the classrooms together once again. As the last grades were entered in and finalized for the senior class, relief washed over the students. All that was left to come was the recognition for their years of hard work. And while we may not be graduating on a stage with 1,000 people behind our backs, deep down we know that even more than 1,000 are dying to watch us see how far we excel in life. We've no doubt pushed the limit in high school, setting the bar higher than ever before. On this special day, we enter a new chapter with friends, family, teachers, and staff excited to see how each and every one of us graduates grow and become successful in life. Our time here as a senior class will not be remembered by popularity, number of likes, being ASB president, or athletics, but by our relationships, the kind of character one displays, and the experiences made with others. Graduation or not, our capability and potential to make a difference in this world cannot be hindered by a virus. Class of 2020, it's been an amazing 4 years with you all, and from the bottom of my heart, I wish you all a happy graduation. Now we will hear from our senior singers under the direction of Miss Jolene Dalton-Gailey.
Here we are, living in the moment. Here we are, dreaming in the open. Look around, isn't this a new day? Make a move, doing things a new way. A new way. 'Cause this is our world, and this is our time. These are our plans, we're gonna let them shine. And this is our place, in the human race. And we won't stop dreaming, no we won't stop dreaming. Look ahead, we can see forever. You and me, doing it together. Light it up, we can be a million stars. Look at us, don't you see we've come so far? Yeah, we've come so far. 'Cause this is our world, and this is our time. These are our plans, we're gonna let them shine. And this is our place, in the human race. And we won't stop dreaming, no we won't stop dreaming. Ooh.
Standing at the crossroads, feeling how the wind blows. We can soar above the clouds.
Ooh.
Every moment is a heartbeat, every breath feels so sweet.
Who can say what happens now? 'Cause this is our world, and this is our time. These are our plans, we're gonna let them shine. And this is our place, in the human race. And we won't stop dreaming, no we won't stop dreaming. This is our world, and this is our time. These are our plans, we're gonna let them shine. And this is our human race. And we won't stop dreaming. No, we won't stop dreaming. We won't stop dreaming.
It all started with hope. Those are Michael Jordan's final words regarding his infamous basketball career, and it seems appropriate for the class of 2020. Born into a time of newfound terrorism and now graduating during an unprecedented pandemic, the graduates of 2020 have had no other option than to be resilient, strong, and hope-filled. This ability to carry hope is profound, and I know it will serve you well in life. It already has. Look at what you have done. With infused hope, your class tackled this latest challenge. No one could have ever prepared you for what occurred your senior year. And yet, you stepped up, embraced technology, and became brilliantly adaptive. To me, this is an exciting time for you. You are entering the world and have an opportunity to have a voice in recreating it. But let us remember that this too shall pass. When the pandemic does pass and life returns to more normal time, there will be many great accomplishments from this class. Your desire to change the world and make it a better place will happen. Fueled by immense support of your hometown, you will be able to tackle whatever you choose. However, when choosing, I hope you choose courage over comfort. This means taking a chance on yourself and daring to try something new. Dare to believe in that hope. Dare to give yourself the opportunity to surprise yourself. You are capable of doing more than you think. You have already accomplished so much during your tenure at Port Angeles High School. Some of your amazing accomplishments include state athletic championships, high-scoring SATs, engineering award-winning bridges, befriending a new friend in class, performing music and plays to a sold-out crowd, traveling across the nation, being a wonderful representative of Port Angeles. Your innovation over the last 4 years is inspiring. Recently, I watched a documentary about Michael Jordan. It made me think of the class of 2020. Jordan shared important life lessons that I wish for you. First, work hard. Nothing great happens without hard work. I know you know that to be true. Without hard work, none of you would be here today. Second, lead by example and never ask someone to do something that you would not do yourself. Lastly, discover what you love doing and commit to doing it well. Simply commit to excellence. As you embark in your life after high school, never forget where you came from. Port Angeles is a community steeped deep in tradition. Part of that tradition is being proud of its own and always being a safe haven for you to return to. You will find friends here for life. Wherever life takes you, protect the hope that you carry within you. You can call upon it whenever you need. The lessons learned over the past several months will be used throughout your life. Sometimes things do not turn out the way you planned, and that simply is okay. Sometimes you are given a chance to shine hope and be brave and do something that you thought was well beyond your reach. That is what I have seen of the class of 2020. You have certainly shined very brightly, and now it's your time to go get them.
This isn't how we imagined this. I'm sorry you didn't get to have the ceremony you imagined. But as I stand here, I can picture you in your caps and gowns, trying to experience the joy and pride you deserve. In my mind, some of you are still 10 years old in the school play. Some of you are 17, making the game-winning basket. Some are 15, going to your first high school dance in heels. And a few of you are still babies in my heart. I see you stealing bases, singing the anthem, giving your History Day presentation, or presenting the colors at the football game. You made us cutting boards and sweatshirts, and mostly, you have made memories. Hold on to the good and learn from the bad, and know that even though we aren't all together, we know how far you've come and grown, and we are so very proud of you. And thank you for sharing your stories with us. Now, go out and crush this thing called life. Congratulations, class of 2020. And now for our next speech, please welcome your principal, Mr. Clark.
Greetings to the Rough Rider class of 2020 on the occasion of your graduation from Port Angeles High School. I'd rather be speaking to you in person at Civic Stadium so I could see you all arrayed in your caps and gowns in front of the backdrop of a sea of families and friends gathered to celebrate your achievement. But as we all know, that ain't happening this year because of a little microscopic pest that has brought our normal lives to a near standstill. In fact, if there were an award for dealing with adversity, your class would definitely earn a trophy. So I salute you for your flexibility and perseverance as you finished out this derailed final semester of your high school career. At this time of year, I always think back to my own graduation from high school in 1974, when most of you were negative 46 years old. Last year, I told the story of how my buddies and I leapt off our favorite rope swing into the James River wearing our disposable graduation gowns, which resulted in our skin being dyed purple from the neck down. But as I was drafting this speech, I remembered my old friend Bernie Jackson. At our commencement ceremony, Bernie somehow concealed the arm from a department store mannequin under his gown. When he received his diploma and went to shake hands with our principal, Bernie swung that arm up from under his gown. Poor Mr. Anthony reached out to shake hands with the arm, and Bernie let go of it and walked away, leaving the principal on stage holding an arm. Looking back on that day in hindsight, I realize now that I had no idea what life held in store for me. As a child of the 60s and 70s, I had lived through and come of age during a period of social change and historic unrest, with the nightly news reporting the violence of the Vietnam War and the political unrest of the civil rights movement. And one could argue that your lives thus far have borne witness to even more far-reaching social change, with the rise of the internet and social media and the polarization of American culture into political tribalism. Add to that the dire warnings of scientists regarding our changing climate and now a global pandemic emergency, and I can see where today's graduate might have a hard time summoning an optimistic outlook for the future. But part of the problem is that we're bombarded with a constant stream of information about issues that are remote from the everyday reality of our existence. And while it is important to be an informed citizen, reality is not found on a smartphone or computer screen. And the irony of the fact that I'm speaking to you from that virtual world is not lost on me. It's more important to stay grounded and connected to our immediate reality, our family, friends, and community. Graduation marks a major milestone in an individual's life. You are about to embark on the journey of adulthood, and it is exciting to consider the possibilities. You have been preparing by acquiring the knowledge and skills necessary to shape your life to fit your unique talents and interests. Your life going forward will definitely present challenges, but the rewards are also great. My advice to you is to live more in the immediate reality of your surroundings and control the influence that the on-screen parallel reality has in your life, because I believe you will be healthier and happier as a result. Use your phone as a tool, but don't allow it to become an addiction. We started this school year with a school-wide thematic focus of educating for climate change. I remember back in November when author Dar Jamail came to speak to us in the auditorium. He gave 3 pieces of advice in his talk, which I paraphrase here. He said, "Don't take what adults tell you at face value, but research claims and think for yourself." He also said that it's important to discover the passion that is inside each of you and pursue that passion in your life. And finally, he said to find that place in nature that is your special place and spend time there. Class of 2020, congratulations, and good luck. And now, it is my pleasure to certify that these graduates have met the requirements to earn a diploma awarded by the Port Angeles School District Board of Directors and the State of Washington. Congratulations.
Sarah Abbott, Timothy Adams, Donovan Adams Brusso, Haley Algrim, Scott Allerdings, Mason Alm, Arib Altaf, Brooklyn Alton, Annette Alvarez, Keanu Armitage, Jessica Arnold, Destiny Atwood, Amelie Atwater, Ariana Barr, Alessandra Bacchus, Riley Behrman, Caleb Byer, Andrew Baker,
Autumn Baker,
Madison Ballou, Emily Balzer, Jimmy Barnes,
Emily Baskins,
Samantha Bates, Lillian Baton,
Rita Bale,
Madison Belbin, Ignacio Belizon Arenas, Adrian Bell, Adam Benjamin, Isa Benitez, Philip Bischoff, Jyoti Gornes, Natalie Blankenship, Connor Blosser, Taylor Bloomfield, Joshua Bowe, Nacia Bowman, Derek Bochop, Tyler Bowen, Allison Boyd, Mallory Brady, Micaiah Brady, Slater Bradley, Anna Brandt,
Jada Brisbois,
Logan Brown, Marie Burns, Caitlin Caldwell, Ethan Cameron, Thomas Carter, Eli Cassad, Nicole Coswell, Bridget Catterson, Joseph Chalapa,
Kristen Charles,
Felicia Che, Carrie Childers, Benjamin Clark, Christopher Clark, Simon Kloss, Alexis Cobb, Skylar Cobb, Nadia Cole, Skylar Cole, Fiona Coleman, Trinity Colville, Jaden Creek, Carson Crumley, Tori Davidson,
Tristan Davis, Kinsey DeLeon, Alexander Delgado, Dane Deming, Rodney Dewater, Hannah Diaz de Leon,
Lisi Dominguez Santiago,
Benjamin Dotson, Alexis Dunn, Madison Dunning, Silas Eastman, Jordan Ibalo, Ryan Ibalo, Drew Eckerd, Triton Edwards, Riley Ellenwood, Jacoby Ellis, Seth Elwood, Destiny Finnegan, Cassidy Fish, Boston Fissler, Luca Folden, Chelsea Fowler, Anthony Francis, Ashley France, Aaron Frazier, Josiah Fullerton, Louise Galvin, Sage Galvin, Anna Gentry, Isaiah Getchell, Katrine Gowdy,
Gavin Gray,
Elizabeth Groff, Scott Grush Hadeen, Dominic Gutierrez, Caitlin Hammond, Sean Hanrahan, Annalise Hansen, Ruby Harris, Peyton Hefton, Lauren Hempel, Alex Herzog, Joshua Hill, Madison Heiser, Miles Hoffman, Addison Holland, Ella Holland, Dylan Hollis, Zachary Hook, Candy Hubble, Nolan Hughes, Danielle Isette, Lucas Jarnigan, Dhruv Jetwa, Gary Johnson, Mackenzie Johnson, Michaela Johnson, Jewel Jung, Anton Cathell, Ava Kirkland, Haley Kirkman, Trey Kitchens, Drake Lacey, Alexander Lamb, Cole Langmack, Maxfield Larson, Matthew Lasher, Aisha LaTourette,
Caitlin Lau, Kenneth Laffman, Mickey Lang, Richard Lightfoot, Bailey Lindy, Allison Locke, Cameron Lopez, Christian Lopez, Caitlin Lawrenson, Olivia Lauder, Cara Lau, Dalton Lucas, Tanner Lunt, Mackenzie McCarty, Jonathan Maestas, Seth Mann, Nathan Marple, Cayman Marshall, Nolan Marshall, Amaris Martinez, Cameron Mason, Kira Massingham, Jelena Massman, Nathaniel McInnes, Catherine McMahon, Hannah Medgan, Alvaro Madvia, Hannah Manelli, Brody Merritt, Tyler Messenger, Stuart Methner, Morgan Mitchell, Isabella Money,
Jace Montgomery,
Adam Moore, Bryson Morris, Jamison Morrison,
Emma Murphy, Emma Murray, Marcus Michelik, Mackenzie Michelik, Jessica Neitzel, Olivia Neville, Brady Nickerson, Carson Nickpon, Kaya Knoll, Ezra Northern, Sierra Oli, Madison Orth, Ari Paul, Ben Pauley, Levi Peabody, Taylor Peabody, Amethyst Porter, Andrew Potter Cross, Haley Presley, Austin Price, Polly Price, Angelo Ramos, Samuel Reif, Damon Ringgold, Tessa Rivers,
Taylor Rickson,
Casey Roberts, Elena Robertson, Madeline Roning, Raymond Rogers, Talon Rollison, Brendan Rollison Hines, Anthony Rosenbaum, Riley Samples,
Ashley Sampson, Sebastian Schmidt, Zachary Shoween, Chanel Secondas, Nevaeh Selvage, Sylvia Sessenbach, Cassandra Shamp, Kaiser Shamp, Raven Sharp, Jocelyn Shaw, Thomas Shaw,
Mercedes Short,
Emily Sergai, Eliza Marie Smith, Jocelyn Smith, Taylor Sobolowski, Kevin Sommers, Dakota Stewart, Megan Stennard,
Rihanna Stockdale,
Zachary Stroud, Jacob Thrush, Jordan Tunn, Corinne Urtizuela, Lila Van Dyke, Miles Van Sant, Annabelle Waldron, Tanner Walker, Javen Waller, Cole Walsh, Chad Ward, Dejon Watson Charles, Kiana Watson Charles, Samantha Weinert, Emma Weller, Delaney Wenzel, Aria West, Milo Whitman, Carly Wilder, Peyton Williams, Alexander Weinbrenner, Quentin Wise, Liam Woolett, Leslie Worthy, Catherine Wright, Brianna Yaklin, Alexis Yeater, Shie Yokota, Marizon Zepeda,